It was fantastic. I mean, we made the album with Timbaland, Justin Timberlake and Nate Hills. And they were great people to work with. They brought out something from the band that we've never kind of exercised before. They got us to work quickly and spontaneously and to feed off our own excitement with
You've
the
never
music.
worked quickly and spontaneously before?
Well, we've tend to slow down.
Never exercised before.
Well, that's what you get working with Americans. I learned how to do that once I came here.
Justin's a singer, and Justin made it very easy to work on vocals and things like that because he understands what it feels like to be standing there singing. So.
And how did it feel for you having to sing with someone who wasn't even born when you started singing?
That wasn't really part of it. I think we all know that we work in an industry which doesn't judge you on your age, your race, your sex, or anything like that. All that matters is what you can do when you're in front of the microphone or when you're in the studio.
That's right. John, I wanted to ask you about working with Timbaland as a producer. Yeah. You were quoted as saying that you had to let go of a lot of old ideas. Right. Tell us what you meant by that.
Yeah, I mean, the first day we were in the studio, I was tuning up my bass, and Tim's engineer came over to me and said, "You know, the kids today, they don't even know what that is." I was like, okay, well, that throws the gauntlet down somewhat. I mean, these are guys, they're used to working with a lot of samples. They're used to creating tracks for singers, primarily. So we were a band, and like every few hours, we would have to remind Tim we were a band, and there was a variety of musical voices within the band, that there wasn't just one. And it took us a few days, but after a while, we got on a groove. It was a learning process, I think, for him as well as us. He's a fantastic producer, great guy to work with.
Nick, you are very much into the Second Life. You guys are I think the first major band to have, you have an island on Second Life. Why is this so important to you?
Well, somebody showed me Second Life online, I guess about 12 months ago. And what I thought was fascinating about it was the sort of anthropology of what people were like, what they were doing, and they literally are living their second life out on there. I mean, fortunately, I don't have enough time to spend on there to have a second life on there.
One life is more important,
exactly.
more than enough.
but I thought it would be interesting to do something unusual with Duran Duran on there. So we have sort of built our own universe within there, which is in beta testing at the moment, so hopefully we'll be launching soon. I'm not quite sure what people are going to do with it, but it's a really amazing looking place. We've got a lipstick tower that goes up through the clouds, and we've got a cable car system, and
it's nice to be able to say you've got your own island. Isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's the only way we were ever going to own an island.
Oh, come on! After 25 plus years, I think you can own a little island.
Well, we do. We have one online.
Traffic island.
So where are you going with this?
Well, we're going to launch the Second Life area, and we're just really going to see how our fans like inhabiting it and being there and what they do there. I mean, we did it more from a sort of an artistic point of view than a commercial point of view. There's not lots of things for sale or anything. There's no advertising, but I'm sure that'll all change.
Absolutely, absolutely. Roger, you've been saying that you're last there, but you're not least. I'm going to ask you about life on the road. I mean, how, after so many years, you guys have, stayed together, you're still creative, you're still relevant, and you're on the road so much. Tell us about the toll this kind of a lifestyle takes.
I think it kind of gets easier in a way. I mean, we know how to look after ourselves now. It used to be as much about the party after the show as much as the actual show. So we tend to try and put ourselves in bed earlier, and we know how to look after ourselves now.
Does that come with less, how should I say, being less younger?
I guess so. I guess it's maturity, and I think the thing that really keeps us going is we're a very forward-looking bunch of people. When I kind of stuck in 1983 saying how great the records were in the 80s, we're very much about working with contemporary artists and pushing the band forward. In fact, we're doing a project with Mark Ronson this summer. We're doing a live collaboration, and that's very important with us to actually be with people and keep playing with people that are happening now and are very contemporary, and it just keeps the band moving forward. So hopefully we can carry on for a while. Yeah.
How do you keep up with the times and still remain Duran Duran?
Well, I think, when we first started, the whole idea of the band was to be contemporary and to keep changing. And so each record we make, or every live show we set out for the tour, and we have to plan it all, we try and do something a little different. I mean, on this tour that we're on at the moment, we're doing a thing called the Electro Set within the whole couple of hours of the show. It's about a 20-minute period where all of us stand along the front of the stage with electronic instruments and electronic drums, and we've reworked some of our older songs, put some new songs in there. There's a cover version in there, and it's very, very different. I mean, I've never seen a rock band sort of doing that before, certainly electronic bands like Kraftwerk, where we got the idea from. But those are the sort of things that we've always tried to do, and so with each album we just think, what are we going to do? Let's start from scratch. Sort of like an art project, really.
And why did you come up with the name Red Carpet Massacre for?
It was, we had a song, and it needed a chorus, and when the phrase Red Carpet Massacre happened, we all noticed it and thought, that's an exciting title. It says something about modern life. It's lurid. You know,
modern life is lurid?
Modern life is quite lurid. I mean, the album has themes in it. It's about living your life in public and screwing up in public as well.
For you guys, that must be very difficult, yeah.
Well, and I think we see it all the time, though. We see rock stars going into rehab and models self-exploding and all that stuff. And we wanted to kind of have a title which conveyed how crazy modern life can appear.